All right, looks like it's recording. I have my notes pulled up on here, so I have to make the Zoom a little bit smaller. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, perfect. All right, and then if I'm looking over here, it's just because I have my notes, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So what we're going to be talking about today is, like I told you, it's going to be a market partner training, but this is going to be something a little bit different. I think we are constantly talked to about how we need to, how to sell the business, right? And I think we are all very clear on that. And I think sometimes, I would say most of the time, selling the business is not enough. If people are not sold on you and who you are and sold on the vision that you've painted for them through your content and through selling the lifestyle, if people aren't sold on all of that, then they're not going to join you. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight. And then I also wanted to touch on something a little bit different. And I wanted to talk about attracting over selling when it comes to like selling the business or selling to market partners. So I'm going to, just so you know, guys, I have the chat minimized for right now. So I will check in at the end, but I have to have it minimized just so I have enough room to look at my notes. So if I don't respond to anyone in the chat, that is why. So let's get started. First things first, you have to realize here that when people are buying into, or when people become a market partner, they are buying into you and they are not buying into a business. So you have to stop thinking about it like they're investing into a business, because at the end of the day, what people are investing in is into you and into your vision. So what you need to sell people on here, you guys, and like I feel like this is the missing piece to a lot of your guys' content, and probably the reason that you may be struggling with getting market partners, is you need to focus on selling yourself, and you need to focus on selling the vision that you have here, because that is your product. It's not Monat. It's not the business or the service that you have to offer. You want to sell your audience on you and on the vision that you have. So I think we're all so heavily focused with our content on selling the business. I see it all the time. I feel like I see a lot of the same content where it's kind of like, just kind of listing the benefits of the business, right? 5 paychecks a month, free Cadillac, great community of women, yada, 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 all of the perks of the business. Those things are great, right? Those things are great. You can wave them in front of someone's face, literally wave those things in front of someone's face. And if they don't feel like they can trust you, if they're not sold on you and on your vision, they're not going to join you, okay? And worse, they're going to join someone else who they are sold on, who is doing that through their posts, who is building that know, like, and trust with their audience, and who they feel like they can trust more. And so there's so many of us doing this, that this is the way that you can set yourself apart from the next person in this business. You need to be, people will go with you over someone else, is what I'm saying. And I hate to put it like that, like it's a competition, but at the end of the day, when there are so many girls doing this, you need to set yourself apart in some capacity. And if you are the one that people feel like they trust and resonate with, and you're constantly sharing your vision and your story, and people feel like they can relate with it, then people are going to go with you over someone else who they don't feel like they have connected with and who hasn't done that. So hopefully that makes sense. So like I said, we're all so heavily focused on selling the business, toting like the money and the cars and the free trips and all of that in people's faces. But like I said, we need to be selling people on us. And a lot of us, I can tell you from looking at your guys' content, are not doing this. There are some of you guys who I feel like are months and months into the business, and just from seeing your posts, I like I know you, but from your posts, like I don't know you. Does that make sense? Like I feel like you're sharing so much about the business, and I know so much about the business and what it means to you, but I don't really know any personal stuff about you, any personal story, A to B of where you came from and where you're at now. It's just very much business related. And so from the outside, you have to ask yourself, like, if I saw that from someone, like, even no matter how good of an opportunity it sounded, if they never showed their face or their passion talking about it, or they never really like showed me that personal connection, or even told me any personal like story about like why their life has been so impacted by this opportunity, would you really feel compelled to join them? Or would you be like what people say, it sounds a little too good to be true? Like, you know what I mean? You have to give them that proof. You have to get up there and get out of your comfort zone and give them that proof. So, and another thing is sometimes people are simply also, you guys, not sold on themselves. So it's not always that they're not sold on you or not sold on the vision. Sometimes people are not sold on themselves, and they're not sold on playing big or getting out of their comfort zone or like dropping their excuses. And that's a whole nother thing. And that's literally what our whole next training is going to be about. So if you guys like want to hear more about that, be on that training at 9:00. But this is what I feel like we're not understanding. I literally feel like I hear almost every single day from different girls, like, no one's interested in this business. And I'm thinking to myself, are you kidding me? Like, no one is interested in money and vacations and a free car and a really awesome community of women and like $10,000 paychecks. Like, no one's interested in that. Or could it be that people are definitely interested in that? Like, people are reaching out to you guys. That's what I find, is people are still reaching out, and it's just not like there's something that's like you're not able to seal the deal with a lot of market partners. And I've been there, and it's because I was strictly focused on selling the business, and people had no idea who I was. I realized like 6 months into this business, you guys, that I didn't even ever one time get up there and like share my why or share my story. And I was like, oh, well, here's why I have 4 market partners, and I've been complaining for 5 months about being in the same place. You know, I was just strictly focused on selling the business, and I realized like people didn't even know who I was. Like, why would people, trust me to take that leap of faith? I mean, it is a leap of faith to invest in themselves and to join you on this journey. And they're going to do that with someone who they feel like they trust and like they know. Well, you guys, let me know. I have the chat up. Let me know if you're finding value from this, if you're liking it, if you're resonating with it. Okay, perfect. Lots of value. We are just getting started, girls. So, all right, perfect. I wish I could like find a way to have the chat up too. Oh wait, I think I did. Okay, I have the chat up now, guys. So if you do say something, I will be able to see it. All right, so of course, people are interested in those things, you guys. It's that people are either one of two things. They're either not sold on themselves, which we're not going to focus on this training. We're going to go into on the next one. But it's a lot of times, I hate to say it, and it's not like you're doing anything wrong. It's people don't know you. It's not that they're not sold on you because you're not great. It's that people aren't sold on you because they don't even feel like they know you yet. They don't feel like they know. They don't feel like they can resonate with you or relate to you in any way. They don't know that you came from A and went to B. So, you know what I mean? Like, they need to know all of those things about you to feel like they can trust you, relate to you, and want to join you. So here's the really cool thing. Well, first things first, guys, this is why I hate hearing people complain about that no one's interested, because like I said, like, you have a free platform at your disposal every single day with millions of people on it on Instagram to to get up there and to sell people on this business. And by doing that, you know, selling the lifestyle like I'm talking about. And there's no way, if you were consistently getting up there and utilizing all the tools at your disposal and getting up on that free platform every single day and truly taking this advice, and I know it's scary, but getting up there and doing the lives and taking advantage of going on Instagram stories and doing the video marketing that we were talking about, and really, really like getting out of your comfort zone and showing people who you are, you would be seeing the success, or you would at least be, you know, everyone moves at a different pace, but like, I don't buy if you were doing all of the things that you're just not getting anyone to join you. You know what I mean? There's something that you're not doing, or you're scared to fully put yourself out there in a way, and that's what's holding you back. But that's a whole nother story. So the really cool thing, once you've sold people on a vision, you guys, this is something that I've learned with this business, is that they will literally buy whatever the fuck the product is to be a part of that vision. Okay? I want to say that again. If you have like sold someone on a vision, you could be selling them, I don't even know, like old socks. And they would be like, if the vision was that big and you had such a good vision behind it, they would hop on it. They wouldn't even need to know. Here's something that I will tell you guys, right? I have, like, not personally, but so in my downline, I have like 168 people. I've done lots of potential calls, lots of personal potential calls. I will tell you that 9 out of 10 times I have sold people not even talking more than 5-10 minutes about the actual business. They were so sold even before they got on the call about my lifestyle and about the vision, like the women supporting women, about living life on your own terms, and about empowerment and confidence and all of that. They were so sold on that they were already like sold, you know what I mean? When they got on the call, I didn't even have to talk about the business. And the thing is, you guys, the business and the products, they sell themselves. Okay? The business sells itself. You pay $199. You have unlimited income earnings. There's founders checks, there's free trips, there's cars to be earned. Like, the business sells itself, and the products are selling more globally than any hair care line in the world. So guys, I think that like we can lay off of like the heavy salesy business and trying to sell people on the business and products. Okay. Like, that stuff sells itself. I have sold people so many market partners simply on myself and on my vision. I can't tell you how many girls have reached out to me and joined this business simply because they said, I resonated with your story. Like, I've seen that you've come from A to B and I need that. Nothing about the business, nothing about needing money, nothing about the products, nothing about their hair, nothing about, not saying you can't connect with people on that, but I will tell you that you will connect with people way more and on a way deeper level if you really are vulnerable and put yourself out there in that way. I have sold so many people, guys, as market partners without even telling them that I work with money. They didn't even know the name of the company. I have sold so many girls, hit sign up. I sent them the link. That was the first time they saw Monat. I didn't say a word about it on the call. We didn't really need to talk about compensation plan. We didn't need to talk about how the business works. I didn't even go into the science behind the products. None of that. They were sold on the vision and the lifestyle and all of that. That, like, you know, the other stuff kind of sold itself, right? And I think that's something that you're missing. Like, if you have a compelling enough vision, Angie, the way you come off on social. Oh, thanks, Kens. Thank you. Trust me, it was, if you guys went, I want to go back and try to find a video from, like, Tori can tell you on here, like, she might not be honest, but my first videos were nothing like how they were now. Tori, like, really, they were, no. Like, how nervous was I when I first did my video, like, with you, like, my first live?
Angie has, like, when I tell you, she has totally become, like, the 180 of what like, the person that she was when she started this business. It was like pulling teeth, but
yes.
it wasn't even anything that I had to say to her. It was just like, you know, one day it finally clicked, but from that day, she has completely transformed her business by getting out of her comfort zone. And the reason that was happening before is because she wanted to stay in it. So
yeah, guys, I was the girl who would text Tori. Like, she would have to text me and be like, girl, you need to go live. Like, you have not gone live in so long. Like, you need to get up there and show your face. Like, come on. And I would be like, can you do it with me, please? Like, I don't want to talk up there alone. And now I'm hosting, guys. I've hosted calls in front of hundreds of girls and, like, been totally fucking fine, right? So, like, trust me, like, you can put yourself out there. It's scary. It pays off. You see the results tenfold down the line. And when people see you put yourself out there boldly like that, I don't know, that confidence and that passion, I'm telling you, people message me all the time and tell me, I can see your passion through your post. I can see that. Literally, girls will tell me, like, I can almost, like, feel it through when you talk about the business through your post. Like, I can feel how excited and how much this means to you. People can't feel that behind a cute Pinterest photo that says 5 paychecks a month, free Cadillac to be earned, free trips, join my girl gang. Like, those are really cute to sprinkle in at the end of you sharing your story or something like that. But to have that as, like, just your only way to be selling the business, it's no wonder that you're not really building that genuine connection with your audience. So what I try to sell people on instead of the business is my vision, my story, where I've came from, and what I've been able to make of myself despite that, and a clear A to B. Here's where I was when I started this business, and here's where I'm at now. And it can be, I love you. And it can be really, guys, it can be small. When I had nothing, yay, finally another person showing their face. Love it. So in the beginning of my business, I didn't have a big success story. None of us did. So when you're sharing your A to B, you can be like, damn, I was such a negative person before I started this business. And now I wake up and I do personal development and I have all these girls who are motivating me. And, like, I just am so positive and excited about life. That's what I started doing. Little things like that. People started messaging me. Why? I see you're a little more positive lately. I see you're, like, acting a little bit different. You're posting things that are a little bit different on social media. People need to see that, and they will see that. But if you are, like, doing the same old stuff and just, like, incorporating, like, Rachel, oh my God, you guys crack me up. If you're just doing the same old stuff that everyone else is posting, don't be surprised when people, when you're not setting yourself apart in this business. So you do this by getting up. Oh God, I need to, like, run through this because I have a lot of notes left. So this might be like a 40-minute call. So, like, 20 more minutes. So sorry guys, let me know if you're still down to be here. It'll be good, I promise. All right. So you do this by getting up and by sharing over telling. So write that down, everyone. Share over tell. That's something that I literally, it's like programmed in my brain. When I go to post something, I ask myself, am I telling people about the business? Am I telling them about the fact that I get 5 paychecks a month? Or could I go into my email, screenshot the fact that I received 5 paychecks last month and show them? Or could I even make it one step better and get up there and maybe post that screenshot and then get up and show my face and say an A to B of why that means so much to me? Oh my God, I remember when I started this business, I literally had to check my bank account before I did everything, and I cannot even if you would have told me a year ago that I was getting 5 paychecks a month, I would have laughed at you. This literally means the world to me. Do you know how many people would message you, if not even to join you, just to say, I'm so happy for you? I have so many people who do that just because I share my story, and even that support means everything. That's still good support to have, you guys, but you have to, put yourself out there like that, and you have to ask yourself, like, what would compel you to join someone more? Would you want to join someone in the business who was consistently getting up there, sharing their story, being vulnerable, showing you their A to B of where they came from, or someone who is just kind of clearly sharing reposted content, a little bit of their own stuff here and there, but was never really showing that passion for it? Like, like I said, there are a lot of girls doing this. So you need to be that girl who's willing to do that extra mile, go that extra mile for her business and show her face, get vulnerable. It does, it's hard to share your stories, and it's hard to, especially when you come from like a place where you maybe weren't proud of where you started this business at. But like, I'm telling you, I heard this quote the other day, the vulnerability, I might be butchering this, but you'll get the point. The vulnerability that like you're scared to embody with your audience is the single-handedly number one thing that's going to make you the most money. So your vulnerability that you are scared to share with your audience is single-handedly the number one thing that will bring you income with this business. I swear to you guys, people would rather hear that you couldn't pay for groceries before this than that how glamorous the 5 paychecks a month are and all the trips and you know what I mean, all of that. I'm going to read your thing, Cindy. Did you find that short stories are more effective or actually? So honestly, I think Instagram story is the number one platform. I don't even really get much engagement from my lives. I would say if anything, guys, I have 85,000 followers. I get 1 to 2 messages when I go live. So for all of you guys complaining that no one reaches out to you, join the club. It's not because no one likes you. We all have to deal with that sometimes. We all have to figure out what works. Instagram story, like it has more people on it than any other tool, like any other social media platform or tool right now. I find if I post like, and guys, even long ones, I know some people are like against posting a lot of stories in a row. If I post like a 10 slide story of me, like a 2-minute long one that I chunk up of me talking about my story, I found that people really, really like to engage with that. So the only thing going live does is make your page come up first in the stories. I guess that is a good benefit of it. I mean, I would say do both. Don't cut either out, but I do like lives once or twice a week. I try to talk on my Instagram story every single day, or maybe not every single day always, but I try to. That is like usually the goal. So the next thing is this is something really big. The thing with posting just reposted content or posting like just content, like general content, right? Where it's like 5 paychecks a month, like just the possibilities of this business, the good stuff that this business can do for you. People don't want to know what this business has the possibility of doing for them. People want to know what this business has done for you. Okay? People, like when they hear 5 paychecks a month, free trips, yada, 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 they think to themselves, oh, I hate to say it, okay, but like she never really posts that stuff, and like, does she have it? Or is she getting a little bit of that? Or like, why isn't she sharing that? Like, I want to see that she has that, and then I'll join her. And guys, I get it. In the beginning, you might not have the biggest success story. That's where fake it till you make it comes in. Hold on, guys. All right, perfect. So that's where fake it till you make it comes in. Guys, I was posting, I would get 1 paycheck a month, and it maybe was $15 in the beginning of the business, and you damn bet that I was screenshotting it, crossing out the amount, and being like, financial freedom here is absolutely amazing. Can't believe I started my own business. I'm freaking killing it. Come do this with me. Guys, I don't want to hear you don't have enough success to be posting this stuff. It's just an excuse for you guys to be in, and stay in the same place that you're in. And of course my selfie light's dying, so now I have like no phone light, and I think this can be too bright. Hold on, guys. Having some difficulties here. It's like real bright. Oh well. Whatever. It works. All right, so we're getting to the last couple points here, so I promise I won't keep you guys too long. So like I said, people don't want to know just about the possibility of this business. They want to see the proof that it's worked for you, right? They want to see the ways that it's impacted your life. That can be small in the beginning. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. They want to see, are you in a cave? I'm in my room, but like hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, we fixed it. Usually I hate this lighting, but it's totally fine. All right, so now we know. If people don't feel like you're showing them, or like you have achieved these things, or like you are, if you're not really selling the lifestyle, thanks, Meg, then they're not going to join you. They can't, like I said, you can wave these incentives in front of their face, and if you're not showing them the proof, then it only feeds into their hesitation that like literally everyone has about this business, that it's too good to be true. If your audience feels like they know you, can trust you, and clearly understands and sees your vision, here's the big thing. You will not have to sell them on anything. That you will naturally just attract girls with a like-minded vision. Like if you make it clear, and I'm not talking just to prospects, I'm talking like to your audience. Like if you make it clear in your post what your vision is here, the fact that you're in it for the long haul, and I'm going to give you guys an example of this in a second, but if you guys make your vision so crystal clear, the fact that you are serious about this, the fact that you are all in, even with your audience, you won't have to sell anyone on the business. People will see that passion. People will see that you're all in, and you will attract girls who are like-minded, and that's that. You won't have to sell them on anything, and then on that same token, if your audience doesn't feel like they know you, and if you haven't shared a clear vision with them, and they don't feel like they can trust you, or they feel like you've been kind of like inconsistent, don't be surprised when you attract girls who are exactly that. Girls who are not fully committed, girls who are inconsistent, girls who don't really have a clear vision here, or any clear goals on what they want. You have to ask yourself, in what aspect is this a reflection of me? Okay, I constantly hear people complain about the fact that they are bringing on girls who are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I just can't bring on girls who are motivated. I keep bringing on girls who, aren't working this business in the way they need to. Is that a reflection of you in any way? In any capacity? Is that a reflection to the way that you're showing up in your own business? You're going to attract exactly what you are. Usually is, exactly. And you will notice this, especially as a leader in this business. If you show up strong, your team shows up strong. If you start showing up here and there, your team's going to start showing up here and there. Same thing goes for like attracting prospects. You're always just going to attract what you are, and the way that you show up here is like the way that things are going to show up for you. Okay? And this leads me into the next point. So selling your vision clearly, like I said, even through your posts and through your content, is extremely important when it comes to building a strong team, because guess what? You can build that strong team, or at least set that tone with your potential market partners before they even join. And this is something that's really important, and this is something that will help you to not attract girls who are going to bullshit you through this business. And here's how you do this. You make your vision, like I said, crystal clear to your audience. I'm going to give you an example. This would be painting the vision. And guys, your vision is, by the way, where you're going. Your vision is not where you are. So anyone can freaking paint a vision to their audience. So I'm going to show you guys what it means to paint a vision. It's literally your dreams and your goals and where you see yourself going with this business. So you would say something like, maybe this is for like a mom. This is an example for like a stay-at-home mom, maybe, because this is going to be for Hannah's team initially. So Hannah, this one's for you, girl. I'm going to quit my full-time job here soon because of this business. And next, it's retiring my husband. I just can't wait for what it's going to feel like to do things fully on our terms. We've been held back for so long due to the confinement of our 9-to-5 jobs, and I'm honestly just so ready for us both to finally experience freedom. You know what that does for any mom who just followed you? They don't need to know shit about the business. Any mom who is craving freedom, who is sick of not having time with her family or with her husband, who's sick of her husband being gone all day and her having to just take care of the kid, who's sick of being stuck in that monotonous schedule, is like, if you're tugging on that pain point, and it doesn't even really matter about the business anymore. You've sold them on the vision. They likely feel the same exact way. They have that same vision. They had no idea how to get there. They had no idea it was possible to get there. And you just gave them the avenue to do it. They're sold. You don't need to talk to them about the business too much. You just sold them on the vision, and it's going to be different for every person. You know, like if you're maybe like, I don't know. It's going to be, it's going to be totally different for every person. Obviously, if you're not a mom, this isn't going to apply to you. If you're a student, it's going to be different for you. If you are someone who is still, maybe you want to keep your 9-to-5 job, but you're talking about how you're going to do this so that you can pursue another passion, so you can have the money to do this, this, and this. You can talk about how you're going to be able to travel wherever you want next year with your boyfriend, or go on your dream honeymoon. These are all ways of selling your vision. And guys, you don't have to have like these things like scheduled. Like you don't need to sell the vision. Like if you're sitting here like, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to quit my 9-to-5 anytime soon. It doesn't matter. You can still share that vision. That's called speaking things into existence. That's how you get the ball rolling. And like I said, I was talking about having freaking the most financial freedom here I've ever had in my life, and how I was going to get my Cadillac, and how I was going to do this, this, and this, and retire Zach, and do all I was like 3 months in the business, guys. I knew the value of selling the business, and I wasn't going to let the fact that I thought I didn't have all the answers, or I wasn't experienced enough, stop me from impacting people and from sharing this business with people. Because honestly, if you are, I want to say this business right now is all about you. If you're scared to put yourself out there because you don't think you have all the answers, or you're scared to look silly, or you're scared of what people are going to think, you're on a self-servant mission, and it's all about you. And that's not what this business is about. It's about helping other people. So if putting yourself out there and getting out of your comfort zone and doing the scary, messy, hard work is what that takes, you got to do it. You got to do it, because it's not just about you. The way you show up makes waves for other women, you guys. It's not just about you. So I just wanted to stress that. I'm freaking doing it. Go, Marissa. But when you make it clear that you are in it for the long haul, how passionate you are, you're going to get women in return who are like fired up. Like I have gotten, like, and guys, I will admit to you, I'm in a market partner drought, just like a lot of you, which is why I wanted to host this call. But when I was like on my game with like posting lifestyle content and recruiting, I was constantly selling myself and selling the vision and getting up on live and putting myself out there. And I was constantly recruiting and attracting girls who were like fired up before they even started the business. You know what I mean? Just because I had sold them like that. And unless you want to attract girls who are unclear on their vision and who don't have clear goals and who don't know what they want, then you better get clear on your goals and on your vision and start sharing that with people. That being said, because I wanted to talk on this call also about what it takes to build and have a strong team. You can't expect to bring on a bunch of committed market partners who are doing all of the things and going all in for their business if you're not willing to do that yourself. If you want that, you literally have to be the committed girl that you want to bring on to this business. You can't keep talking about how you want to bring on committed girls. The easiest way to do it is to be that committed girl, and you will attract her. I promise you guys. But there's always a reflection back to you and how you're showing up. I want to see what Marissa said. Do you choose days or weeks that you strictly post about the business or you do lifestyle posts. So here's the thing. I think business posts and lifestyle posts are the same thing. I think we're doing it wrong. I think, if that makes sense, someone let me know if that's making sense. I think you can sell the business through lifestyle posts. You don't need to talk about the perks of the business. You can show your lifestyle and how it's been impacted, and that sells the business as a byproduct. And it's way less salesy. So it's great for everyone all around. If you constantly find yourself bringing on girls who are unmotivated, not seeing the vision, making excuses, and not showing up, like I said, you need to ask yourself, in what capacity is that true for you in your business? It's super easy to play the blame game and to talk about and blame circumstances, people on your team, girls not being motivated, everything outside of you for why you're not going up in this business. Guys, that's the quickest fucking way to give your power up. That's the quickest way to give your power away and to be a victim to your circumstances and to stay stuck. And you know what is the quickest way to get moving is to take accountability, realize that like you need to be leading by example for your girls, you guys. You need to be like, if you show up for your business every single damn day, you bet that your girls are going to show up every damn day. Like, it's pretty much like, at whatever you're going to do, your girls are going to follow. If you start showing up here and there, I notice it, guys. I will be transparent with you. There will be times where I will slack off and showing up on my business, and the chat will be fucking dead. Literally, the chat will be dead. People's numbers people won't even be active in volume. It's like everything kind of, I hate to make it sound scary, but as a leader, you have some responsibility here. It usually comes back on you, and you need to understand that it always usually comes back to how you're showing up. That's not to say that you won't bring on girls who are unmotivated, who just truly don't see the vision and who don't do anything with this. But, and this is what we're going to be talking about all about on our next call, you have way more power over the girls on your team fizzling out than you think you do. And there's a reason. It's not just a coincidence. I hate to say this. If everyone you're bringing on is fizzling out, there is a reason for it. There is a reason for it. Okay? There is not just like you have just this disease where everyone you bring on is just freaking fizzling out and quitting the business. There is something that you are not doing as a leader. You're not showing up for them in the way that they need to, or people would not be, I mean, people fizzle out here, but it should be at a point you get to, you know, you'll get that girl, or you'll get to be able to get that market partner who sticks around if you're doing the right things. So building a strong team comes to being a strong leader. It comes to leading by example. It comes to showing up for your business every day if you expect your girls to show up for theirs. Set a no bullshit policy with your market partner, your new MPs, right at the door. Okay, right at the door. This is something that I am 100% going to start doing. I have done it with like a few of the girls on this call, but I am guilty of not doing it with every girl I bring on this business. And I want to set this no bullshit policy. I have this written out. I'll send it in the chat later. Don't worry, guys, about writing all of this down right now because it's long. But this is basically the gist of what I'm going to say to my new market partners. I'm going to say, I'm so excited for your new journey. And this will be honestly probably before they join, like when they agree they're going to sign up. I'm so excited for your new journey and to see you succeed here. And I just want to let you know, with that being said, I do want to let you know this business requires hard work, dedication, and consistency. What you are willing to put into your business is exactly what you are going to get out of it. I am here to help and cheer you on towards success and to provide you with all of the tools to make it happen, but it also requires you making the necessary sacrifices, being willing to consistently show up without excuses, and you being ready to put in the work. If you are willing to do that, I can tell you that all of your hard work here is going to pay off 1,000,000 times down the road, and you will be so happy that you hustled the way that you did. And I am going to send that before these girls sign up, because guess what? If someone has a problem with that, there's the door. goodbye. I'm not interested in having you on my team, because the first sign of constructive criticism, or me giving you that little bit of tough love that you need to get out of your comfort zone, you're already offended by it. Goodbye. This is going to be a disaster down the road. You're never going to do personal development. You're going to complain to me about mindset every day. You can leave. I don't want you on my team. And that's like what I want to just send to people, because guys, it's going to save us a lot of work down the road. It's not like, some of you guys are probably like, oh my God, I don't want to send that to someone, because like, what if I lose a market partner? You're going to lose her a month down the road when she joins and realizes that this is hard work and thought that she was going to get $1,000 check in 24 hours. And she's going to fucking quit anyway. And that's going to be a more problem, because you're going to have to return her product pack. She'll probably complain about the shipping on that. And it's going to be a whole nother disaster, guys. And it's just like, I've seen it time and time again, girls where I like kind of knew they didn't have the right mindset for this, but I was scared to have that, set that boundary with them. And then I bring them on, and it's like every single day it's fucking something. Like, and it's not even like business related. It's like, I can't even get out of this bad mood. And I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here. I can't do that forever. I wish I could talk every single damn girl out of a bad mood, but it's like, girl, throw on some personal development and let's go. And this is like, you're going to keep attracting girls like that as long as this is something I want to talk about. We are doing people a huge disservice by making anyone think that this business is easy. And that's something that I did in the beginning of my business, is I would post, anyone can do this. This is such a fun and easygoing job. It's so low key. It's so casual. Guys, this is not easy. 9 out of 10 girls who do this is going to quit and fail, or not fail, but they're going to not see the results that they want and call it failure. That's what's going to happen. And they're going to, if you make it seem too easy, people are going to join. And guess what? If you make it seem like an overnight success, guess what type of girls you're going to attract? Girls who want to put in little work, see a lot of reward, and then get pissed off when it doesn't happen in 3 days. They're going to be the types of girls in this business. Guys, if you're a leader on here, I know you can freaking relate to this. The girls that you're going to bring on that they talk to two to 5 people in their business and tell you, no one's interested. I just don't think I can do this. That's the type of girls that you're going to bring on. Or I've talked to 5 people, like, why am I not making any money here? That's the type of girls you're going to be bringing on, versus if you're like, this is hard ass, consistent ass work, and I hustle for it because I have a passion for it and I love it. But this is not for everyone. This is for girls who are ambitious and who see the vision here. And if that's you, we're going to crush together. That's totally different. Now, you intimidated all of those girls who thought that this was going to be easy. And again, there's the door. Goodbye. Thank you. We don't want to work with you anyway. And now you intrigued and attracted those girls who, and believe it or not, there are people out there like this, but you have to sell the vision clearly. There are a lot of people out there who love to work hard. There are a lot of girls out there who love to hustle, who love to, yes, Rachel, who love to consistently show up. Like, I personally, like, I get enjoyment out of working hard. Like, I love to work all day. I'm weird. I don't know why. And I've always been that way. I don't have to. I love it. And in return, I have been attracting girls who more and more who are on that same vibe, and you guys will as well. Nothing is going to irk you, and nothing irks me more than bringing on someone who works for a couple days and complains about not seeing success here. And the reason we're bringing on girls like that is because we've made it in some way seem like this is easy. And we've done a disservice to people by doing that. And by doing that, we're literally only hurting ourselves, because like I said, we're attracting girls who want to put in easy work and don't want to hustle for this, even though it's well worth the hustle. So the last thing I want to say, and I'm so sorry guys, this has been a long ass call, and then we have one right at 9. I'm like sweating. Like, I'm like very like heated. And I'm so sorry, Shauna. I know you're on here. I told her it would be a 30-minute call because she had to schedule something around it. So I'm sorry if you're still on here. It's the last point. So instead of, trying to talk about how easy this business is and trying to market to everyone and tell everyone that they can do this. Instead, let it be known that this business requires hard work. And at the end of the day, like especially like if you're higher up in this business or you're starting to be, I'll get my shower in the morning instead. Shauna, I'm so sorry. I love you. Oh, I'm so sorry. At the end of the day, you don't want people to think, like, if you make this business look like it's a cakewalk, do you want people to think that your success was just handed to you here? Like your Cadillac was handed to you, your $1,000 check was just like you like talked to a few people. Like that's when people don't take this seriously. I want people to know I fucking work hard. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of girls who will post things, and I really like this, where when they get their Cadillac, they'll hashtag like earned, not given. And it's because like that's the vibe you want to give off. Like we work hard, and the stuff we get in this business is earned. We're not given a car. We're not given $1,000. We're not given free trips. We earn them because we hustle our asses off. And that's why whenever I post stuff and I shout girls out about, like yesterday when I shouted Hannah and Megan out about hitting their Vegas qualification, I wasn't just like, yeah, let's like party in Vegas, free trip. I was like, these girls hustled their asses off. They showed up every single day. They're proof that you can be busy as hell and still do this. And I made a point that like it wasn't easy. I didn't get up there and be like, anyone can qualify for Vegas, come join us. Like that would probably got me 10 more DMs. But down the road, I would have been with all these girls complaining that they didn't go to Vegas because they talked to 5 people that month and they didn't get their 1,000 PV. So guys, you don't want to market to everyone. You got to be a little bit, bold in like your approach, and like you'll attract the right people, and the people who are not meant for you, it'll naturally filter out because they will be intimidated by the fact that you are so all in and you are so ready to do this, and the people who are will naturally attract themselves to you. So I'm going to stop there so I can get ready for the next call, and you guys can all have like a 10-minute break before we do like 2 hours of freaking training calls. You all are saints, but I hope you guys found value in this. I really do. I tried to do like a different market partner training. I know these trainings can be redundant, so I always try to bring you guys different stuff. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. The call at 9 is going to be fire. I'm telling you, if you guys like this call, I'm not gonna lie, the next call is way better. It's gonna be really, really, really good, and it's something we have never gone over in the business. So hop on it, guys. It's the 4 enemies of success, but it's not mental enemies. It's things about your team. It's like gonna be really good. So I'm excited to see you guys there. Love you all, and I will see you guys soon, and I will send you guys this recording too. So bye guys.